to a video for SAP Business One where we're going to show you how to create a sales blanket agreement. Now I've already opened one up and it's found under the menu and under Sales and Sales Blanket Agreement. And then I just clicked the Add icon up here and it brought up a fresh sales blanket agreement that we can create here. Now first thing we're going to do is select our business partner. Now we have our business partner in here, and we need to define a couple more things. We're going to need to put in an end date here. So let's say it's in September there. We have the ability to put in a business partner project if we want to track it that way. I'm just going to use a test project for this scenario. We have the ability to put in a signing date. We can put in a description. And we'll just put that one in there for now. And under the General tab, we have agreement types. And there's two different types here. There's general and then there's specific. Now, general agreements are used to track fulfillment of terms to obtain a special bonus at year end. For example, for selling or purchasing a certain quantity of an item or for achieving a defined turnover. Now there's also a specific blanket agreement, and those are used to track fulfillment of terms to obtain a special discount for the individual sales or purchasing transaction. They're also used to determine a delivery schedule, for example, by defining at which intervals which quantity of goods should be delivered. So for this example, we're actually going to select specific. Now we can put in payment terms here. We can put in payment methods if we have those, shipping types if we have those as well, settlement probabilities, percentages, and we'll just leave it there for now on the General tab. Next piece is our details. Here's where we're going to put in our items. So I have the ability to select some items here, and so let's just say that I'm going to put in some of these just printers here. So I'm going to select 3 and put those in. Now we have the ability to put planned quantity in here. So in this range, we want to say we're going to agree to 100, 200, and let's say 100. And then we're going to define a unit price. Okay. Now that we have those, we can move on here. Now, something we're going to come back to is documents. So as we create documents off of this blanket agreement, we're going to see what's all tied to the agreement. We have the ability to put in attachments, and this can be Excel, Word, any of those types of documents that you'd want to put in here. And we have the ability to put in recurring transactions. There's a separate setup for this if we want to put recurring transactions in here, but we can do that to order things on specific intervals there. So now let's go ahead and add our blanket agreement. Now we have a blanket agreement in the system here. Now to interact with it, and we can set this in an approved status. It's in a draft status, so let's set that first. So now we can interact with it. And just know too that this locks things in place. So if anything needs to be adjusted here, we need to come back out and change this back to either to on hold, and it will open these fields back up and you can go ahead and make some adjustments if you need to. But now that we're in an approved status, it opens up some functionality, so we can go ahead and create some documents off of this. So we could do a sales quote, orders, deliveries, invoices, down payment invoices. So let's go straight to a sales order and show you what happens. So let's create a sales order. It's going to bring up the information from the blanket agreement. Now, let's say that in this order here, we're going to just do half. We're going to put in a tax code here. I do have one for exempt. And let's set our delivery date. And let's add this document. Now that we have our sales order submitted here, let's go back to our blanket agreement, and I've refreshed this to show you what happens. Now on the Details tab, it's going to show us that we have, here's our items, Here's our cumulative committed quantity. So we have 50, 150. This is based off of our sales order. And the amounts that are tied to that, the open quantity from our original there, so it's still open, meaning we haven't delivered these yet. But this should all get adjusted here as the sales orders go through. And also here now we have, here's our sales order. So we have our document with our items and our document numbers here. So we can, if you'd like, as this builds, you can drill specifically into all these documents that are tied to this blanket agreement. One last thing I wanted to show you here, as I ran that sales order through the process, I wanted to show you that our open quantity here has dropped based off of moving that sales order to a delivery, and that will bring that number down as we go and as we continue to interact with this sales blanket agreement. Thank you for watching this video. As always, please reach out to us here at Support One with any questions. Click on the link to subscribe for more content.